High-speed straights, heady elevation changes and dramatic corners. What is there not to love about today? It's qualifying day here at Spa-Francorchamps.
Radio check, radio check.
Radio check.
They're in 10th place. Right, their best lap, 1 minute 42.8. Leclerc, Albon, Sainz, Gasly and Verstappen.
And that's it for sprint qualifying. Plenty more coming up over the rest of the weekend. So we'll see you all tomorrow. Forget pit stops, forget fuel management. It's pedal to the metal all the way here as we get ready for today's sprint. Spa-Francorchamps today, a circuit that spans 4.35 miles. There are tons of elevation changes along the way too. 19 corners making up this circuit, with 9 of those to the right and the remaining 10 to the left. This track's a great one for fans of pure speed, and the average lap speed comes close to a whopping 145 miles per hour. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting sprint. Liam Lawson lines up on pole position, and it's Charles Leclerc in P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Albon, Sainz, Pierre Gasly and Verstappen, Behrman, Ocon, Pierce and Gabriel Bortoleto, Norris, Russell, Pepe Marti and Maloney, Webber, Piastri, Andrea Kimi Antonelli, and Isaac Hadjar. Doohan, Sonoda, Aaron, and Lance Stroll brings the grid to a close. Which of these drivers will get pole position today? We'll soon find out. And alongside me, a man, well, what more can I say? But he's a legend. Anthony Davidson. Well, they say that a change is as good as a rest, and whilst there's not much rest on show in the sprint format today, there's definitely a change to what we're usually seeing on the track. I know what we've got to do before the start of today's race, but what about our driver? What do the final hours look like for them?
Well, for them, you've got your pre-race rituals that you go through. You see different drivers that, some have got their headphones on, they're listening to the music. Some drivers really absorb the energy from the crowd and they're there waving to them. Other drivers, they go within themselves. They chat to their engineers, absorbing that information, that vital information that you need to carry you through the race. And, those pre-race rituals are essential to making things systematic. We do a lot of Grand Prix in a season, and the more systematic you can be, the easier you are within that environment.
Okay, give me a quick radio check, please. Radio check.
Yeah, loud and clear.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down. Yes, and that's a podium. Excellent drive. The whole team have worked especially hard this weekend, and that, my friend, is a fantastic reward. Well done.
This was better. It'll only get better again.
So with the sprint concluded, join us next time for qualifying and, of course, the main event, this weekend's Formula One Grand Prix. We'll see you next time. High-speed straights, heady elevation changes and dramatic corners. What is there not to love about today? It's qualifying day here at Spa-Francorchamps.
All right, let's have a quick radio check, please. Radio check.
Yeah, loud clap.
Here are the top 5 cars as things stand. The fastest lap at the moment, 1:41.4. Norris, Verstappen, Piastri, Albon and Russell. I'm afraid we've dropped to P22. P22. Here's a quick position rundown for you. The top 5 are, okay, so the current fastest lap, 1:41.3. Norris, Russell, Piastri, Verstappen and Albon. Fantastic, you've got pole position.
Yeah, thanks for your efforts helping me through these sessions.
Welcome then, as we take a step back into the nostalgic golden days of motorsport. Spa is unashamedly a throwback, and all the better for it. Climbs, drops, sharp turns, chicanes, sweeping high-speed corners, all while taking in some of the most beautiful scenery that Europe has to offer. This might sound like a travel brochure, but it's not. It's a race day. Welcome along to Spa-Francorchamps for the Belgian Grand Prix. Spa-Francorchamps is a 4.35-mile tour of the Ardennes countryside, with 9 rights and 10 lefts, giving us a grand total of 19 corners. Average lap speeds in the dry can reach about 145 miles per hour, but without a significant improvement in the conditions, we're not going to be seeing anything like that today. It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Liam Lawson lines up on pole position, and Lando Norris lines up alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Russell, Piastri, Max Verstappen, and Albon. Sainz, Ocon, Gasly, and Ollie Behrman. Leclerc, Webber, Andrea Kimi Antonelli, and Aaron. Pepe Marti, Hadja, Yuki Tsunoda, and Lance Stroll. Bortoletto, Doohan, Maloney, and Joshua Pearce rounds off the grid. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today? And alongside me today, former Formula One driver and former world champion too. See, told you I'll give you a big intro. Anthony Davidson, hello. And let's talk momentum with this driver. What a sprint it was. They start at 0 once again for today, but with a huge amount of confidence, surely. Well, they'll definitely be glad that there's not a sprint race today. Let's face it, the sprint couldn't have gone much worse, but what we're looking for today is a reaction. Now, you're the racing driver in this partnership, so tell us about this racing driver. Put us in their shoes. How are they going to be feeling?
Well, you've got to be prepared, Crofty. Before you even step foot inside the car, you've got to know, you've got to have a pre-race game plan. You've watched videos before you get into the car of previous races gone by. You know where you have to place your car if X, Y, or Z happens in front of you or behind you. So having this clear game plan is absolutely essential before you get in the car.
Okay, radio check, radio check.
Yeah, copy, loud and clear.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down. Radar showing a clear patch on its way. There's about 10 more minutes of this rain. Inters look like the best tyre for now. Okay, incredible parking there, nice one. That's going to give you the edge if you can get good launch as the race starts. Keep an eye on the lights. The start sequence will begin as soon as the grid is formed. Be ready with the clutch. place. You're in second place. Lando ahead. Okay, gap to the car ahead, 1.5 seconds. They're on a fresh set of inters. Okay, Russell's behind you now. They're on a fresh set of inters. Okay, your pit window opens in 9 laps time. 21 laps to go. Looks like the weather's going to dry up in about 5 minutes' time. Inters seem to be the fastest tyre for now. Good job, that was the fastest lap of the race so far. Okay, and that's a red flag. Red flag. Keep the delta positive, and let's have you straight into the pit lane, please. Okay, we've done all right so far, but this is a chance to take a breath. We've got another half of this race to go, and there's still a big opportunity there. Right. Again. Russell behind, and the time last lap, 04:42.4. They're on a fresh set of inters. Okay, their tyres are 7 laps old. The car behind has some damage to its front wing, but pace is currently unaffected. "13 laps of fuel remaining." Okay, we've been given a time penalty. It will go against our finishing time at the end of the race. Get your head down and let's get it done. Lando's ahead of you now. Time last lap, 04:41.9. Okay, gap to the car in front, 1.3 seconds. They're on a fresh set of inters. Okay, their tyres are 7 laps old. Weather's changing now. We're going to have to change strategy, so it's time to box. Okay, copy that. And that's 11 laps of fuel remaining. Box this lap, please. Box this lap. Green flag, we're racing again, let's go. Okay, some information on Gasly. Right, they've got a serious car issue, it looks like they're retiring. Okay, mate, that's it. Go, go, go. Perfect job on the turn in there, mate. Looks like a nice stop time. We're happy with that one. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. Let's use overtake and burn off some of this energy. Good work, we're in P4. Okay, gap to leader, 18.1 seconds. Behrman's ahead of you. Okay, gap ahead, 6.0 seconds. They're on old intermediates. That's Stroll behind you. They're on old intermediates. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go. Nine laps of fuel to go, 9 laps left. Okay, car behind is Lando. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Tyre condition still looking good. Just a reminder, we're critical on fuel, probably a lap or so short. We don't need to risk a DNF chasing records, so let's think about starting to conserve fuel, maybe lifting early into the corners. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 12.3 seconds. Final lap, final lap. Push, push. Absolutely awesome. Just amazing, mate. Well done.
It was easy to manage, so thank you.
So many in line for a victory today, but in the end, one driver dominated, and it's the checkered flag and victory for Liam Lawson.
A great display of dominance today, Crofty, by this driver. They led from lights out to the flag at the end, led every lap of the race. Brilliant stuff by them, and excited to see what more they can do in future races.
There's room for 3 on their podium, but only ever 1 right at the top. Let the celebrations begin. And taking the applause and making his way to the top step, congratulations to Liam Lawson. Well, that was certainly an exciting weekend of Formula One. Be sure to join us for more exciting Formula One action very soon.
Can I borrow you for a moment, boss?
Chief, I must remind you that we have parts fully researched that are waiting for development. Let's get that performance on the car.